ladies and gentlemen, to a quick broadcast of Jerusalem's Gate. I tell you, I get so excited when I see things like this. I'm fixing to show you a clip. Before I show it to you, you heard me preach it a million times how important, absolutely 100% necessary, and essential that the United States has a strong, strong relationship between Israel. I mean, be a friend of their friends and an enemy of their enemies. After World War II, ladies and gentlemen, when we freed the Jewish people from the concentration camps, the God of Israel opened up heaven and blessed the United States of America beyond any country that's ever been in the history of the world and probably will ever be. And, the Jewish people gave the Christians everything. They gave us Mary and Joseph. They gave us the scriptures. They gave us the apostles. They gave us Jesus. The Jewish faith does not need Christianity to explain its existence, but Christianity has to have the Jewish faith to explain its creation. So it was so exciting when I was in Israel. When the people knew, I talked to the different Jewish citizens, and they were just so excited that I was visiting from America. Not me personally, but being an American. They were so excited, and I even had a Jerusalem College professor tell me to go home and spread the word that the state of Israel is very dependent upon the United States of America. I mean, we're surrounded by enemies, and our survival is based upon the God of Israel, of course, but God uses America to protect Israel. I truly believe that. And we have to have a strong, unbreakable, not turning away 1 centimeter from our relationship to the Jewish people. The Jewish people are God's chosen people. I was taught that as a little toddler. I remember my mother telling me, always remember the Jewish people, always remember Israel. I didn't even know what a Jewish person was. I had no clue what Israel was. I couldn't point it out on a map. But she taught me that as a little child, and it stuck with me. And I kept her word, which she told me as a little child. She has been with the Lord for some time now. But Netanyahu and Pompeo addressed the Christian Allies Caucus event. And I love to see the Christians in the United States and throughout the world and Europe and everything join together and understand the importance of a tremendous, unbreakable, unshakable relationship with the state of Israel. I tell you what, our commander-in-chief, he kept his word. He backed the supporting of the eternal capital of Israel to Jerusalem. And little did he know, I don't know if he knew that or not, he was fulfilling prophecy. But ladies and gentlemen, please watch this video. I'm excited when I see things like this, and I hope you're excited too. We love you, and remember, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. They shall prosper that love thee. And here comes the video.
People from all over the world tune in via Facebook Live. There's a Facebook Live called Jerusalem Prayer Team, and it has 73 million people that follow it. And we were able from Jerusalem to basically get out the word about the relaunch of the Knesset Christian Allies Caucus. The caucus is made up of members of Knesset from 7 political parties, left to right, religious to secular. And we work to build what we call faith-based diplomacy through the work with Christian leaders around the world.
Now, this caucus, what is the main goal of it? What are you trying to do?
So basically, we have 42 Israel Allies caucuses in parliaments around the world, about 1,000 members of parliament in our network. What we work to do is to get these members of parliament to take their biblical support and turn into real political action. Some of the best successes of faith-based diplomacy is the anti-BDS legislation that we were able to be involved in the United States in 32 states. the moving of the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, the moving of the Guatemalan Embassy to Jerusalem, the block of Christian support that we have in Africa today. So we see that faith-based diplomacy is the most important weapon we have in our diplomatic arsenal. And people of faith are coming together around the world in an unprecedented burst of activity to support the state of Israel.
Now, the tourism industry has been battered by the coronavirus, and many Christian pilgrims don't have the ability to visit Israel right now as a result of these lockdowns. How are Christians around the world able to still connect with the state of Israel from abroad? Are there any virtual tourism programs that are currently in place right now?
Well, I think this event that we did today was just an example of the unique and out-of-the-box thinking we're trying to do to get Christians more involved in the state of Israel. We've been around since 2004, and every one of our launches has been in the Knesset. But when we realized that we can't hold events in the Knesset, we said we have to do something live. And we were able to bring the chairman of our Israelist caucus from around the world together and millions of Christians to see Jerusalem, to see Israel. And I think shows like yours also are a great avenue to showcase what's here. Look, the country's not going to be locked down forever, and so we need to start thinking about the day after. And by getting people to understand what Israel has to offer, I think we're able to build on next year's tourism.
So what is your hope for the next year in terms of how this caucus is going to be able to support Israel and Christian communities abroad and connecting to the state of Israel?
Well, we work on three main topics. One of them is recognition of Jerusalem. We hope that in the next year to come, we're going to see a lot more countries moving their embassies to Jerusalem, recognize Jerusalem as their undivided capital. Secondly, the threat of Iran. I think more people are finding out that Iran is not just an Israel issue or a U.S. issue, it's a global issue. Mm-hmm. And most importantly now is fighting the BDS and anti-Semitism that we're seeing across the globe. One of our big initiatives is in Europe with our 16 Israel allies caucuses and the parliaments there, fight the anti-Semitic labeling of Jewish goods in Judea, Samaria, Jerusalem, and the Golan Heights. And we're going to see a big wave of support in Europe against these anti-Semitic regulations.